Stampers, it's Rose Coleman popping in with another video. Today I'm excited to participate in a challenge with the Global Design Project. If you're interested in participating in challenges, they issue one every single week, and you're free to play along and post your sample and to see what everybody else does. And you can check them out at globaldesign.com. And their challenge this week is Global Design, hashtag Global Design 224. So I will post a picture at the beginning of my video here to show you guys what the sketch looks like. But today I'm going to be playing with Bonanza Buddies. I love this new product bundle from the catalog, and it's on page 34, and it includes the Bonanza Buddies stamp set and the Bonanza dies. So we're going to use both today to make this card. Let me just give you a look at the stamp set here. So this is the stamp set, and I call it a two-step stamp set because you can actually stamp like the koala and then stamp his face, his eyes and nose over top. This is the lion, this is the body, and then you'd stamp the mane over top, and that's the little tip of his tail, which is lined up perfectly. So some really fun images here. If you're not into these critters, you can use this stamp set for a generic card for both masculine or feminine. So that's what I'm actually going to do today. I'm going to use some of the other images and not the cool critters. So let's get started. Let me just open it up. I want to show you the dies. So inside my package here, I have the dies and the stamp set. I like to keep my dies with the stamp set. It just saves on storage and helps me know where they are. I don't have to go looking for two different things when I want to pull out this bundle. So there's all of those creatures have a die that cuts them out. There's a really nice tag that has stitching all the way around, and it also has these banners, which I'm going to be using today. So let's get started. I'm going to be using a thick Whisper White card base that measures 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored in the middle at 4 1/4. Okay, so that's my base. I've also pulled in my rectangle dies. These are from the annual catalog, and these are the rectangle stitch dies. I have these here to show you. This is what they look like, and you actually get 13 different rectangles, so tons of options for layering. And I'm using the third largest one, okay, the third one in. So on my card today, I'm also going to be using from my video yesterday. I featured these Stitch So Sweetly dies, and I'm going to be using this shape right here. I've already cut out a piece of cardstock with it. Love these dies too. So let's get started. I have my rectangle stitched die, and I have my card base of Whisper White, and I've also gone ahead and used the two banner dies from the Bonanza dies, and I've cut out 5 different colors of banners. I'm just going to reach for those here. And so I have Bermuda Bay, I have Terracotta Tile, Mango Melody, I've got 2 of this one, I don't need 2. Okay, Coastal Cabana, Daffodil Delight, and Grapefruit Grove. Fun, hey? I love all these colors together. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is stick these down, because according to the sketch that they're giving, sketch challenge this week, the sketch has things going across this way on the card. So I'm going to start by, actually I'm going to bring in my silicone mat. The silicone mat is definitely your friend if you're gluing things, because it will save your work surface. As glue goes onto this mat, it dries, and you can just basically pick it off and throw it away. So we're going to just flip these over on the back side, and I'm just going to bring in my multi-purpose glue and add a dot to the end of each banner. You can do all of the bumps on the banner, but I don't think that you need to. I think it'll be adequately secured down just with one dot, because this glue is super sticky. Okay, so I've got all my glue on there. Now I'm going to go ahead and put them onto my card. Now you could angle these if you wanted to, but the sketch that they're using, I can't remember the name of the girl. I think it's Steffi. I won't guess, but anyway, she did hers with them going straight horizontally across the card. So I'm just going to go ahead with her design and follow along with these fun little banners. And let's see, we'll add the Coastal Cabana one here and the Grapefruit Grove. Love, love, love all these colors. And do I even need the Daffodil Delight? I think I'm gonna skip it. I think I've gone far enough. I'll use this one on another card. So just gonna move my silicone mat off to the side. Now this is ready to go onto my card base. I could go ahead and snip off these little ends, but I actually like them. They look like little strings, so I'm just gonna leave them. Just gonna flip it over and add some dimensionals. I'll bring in my sheet of dimensionals here. And I'm gonna add, I think I'm gonna add 6 dimensionals because I don't want it, if I'm gonna mail this one, I don't want it to be warped to sink down in the middle when the recipient gets it. So you can add as many dimensionals as you want. Pop it up. It always looks better, I feel, with dimensionals. Dimensionals are my favorite. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring in my card base, and where's the front of my card? Okay, I'm gonna use this side. Got a little bit of a bent corner. Okay, let's use this side. Here we go. I'm just gonna mount this right in the center of my card. And I really like the white on white because it makes these colors pop even more. Okay, so there's my base of my card. Let's move on to do some stamping now. So using the Stitch So Sweetly dies, I cut myself this shape. And from the Bonanza Buddies, I have the Happy Birthday onto a block. I also have this long striped stamp onto a block, and I got this little tiny star shape thingy. So I'm gonna do my stamping. First, I wanna start off with the Happy Birthday. And the beauty of photopolymer stamps is that you can actually see exactly where you're stamping. So I'm using terracotta tile, and I'm gonna line that up at the top of this die cut, like that. Then I'm going to have my chamois close by because I'm going to be cleaning my candle stamp as I go. And let's go ahead and open up some ink pads here. So I have Bermuda Bay. I got my terracotta tile here. I've also got Mango Melody. I'm going to be using that one. And I've got some Daffodil Delight. All right, so let's start with Bermuda Bay. So I've got that little candle stamp. I'm going to ink that up. And I'm going to start right here. And just come along, and I will clean as I go. My terrible looking chamois over here. But this is how chamois look. When you first buy them, they're this nice light color purple. But of course they will absorb the ink, right? That is the purpose of them. So we're just gonna clean. And I love them because all I'm doing is pressing my stamp in there, and there's like no ink left on my stamp. So it's perfect. Okay, I'm grabbing some Mango Melody here now, and I'm going to stamp another candle there. And I think I'll do another Bermuda Bay over here. And now I'm going to clean my stamp, and then now I'm going to use this little star, and I'm going to ink that up with Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to give them all tops. This is going to be the flame at the top of all of my candles. Isn't that fun? Super easy. Okay, so I'm done with my stamping. Now what I want to do is I'm going to flip over my die cut. First, I'm going to close my ink pads, because if you've watched me before, you know I can put my arm and my sleeve, my hand into my ink pads, so it's always wise to close your ink pads. What I'm going to do now is bring in some snail adhesive, and I'm going to cover the back of my die. And I have the silver metallic thread here. I'm going to measure out 16 inches along my grid paper at the bottom of the screen here. And I'm going to snip that. Let's grab my scissors. I'm going to snip off 16 inches. Sorry about that. That was my phone. That's what kind of stuff happens when you're filming. Okay, where was I? Okay, we're going to add the silver metallic thread to the back of this die cut. So I've added some adhesive on here, and I've got 16 inches of the metallic thread. I'm just going to take the thread and wrap it around my fingers and just make kind of a loose little circular pattern. And I'm going to take that, and I'm just going to lay it on top of the adhesive. So I'm just laying it here in a random pattern. Just gonna stick it down. I'm gonna pull it off the edges a little bit so it sticks out. And then when I'm happy with that, I will just then take my dimensionals and add 4 dimensionals on the back, like so. And then this is ready to go onto my card front. Just gonna peel off my wax paper here from the dimensionals and bring back my card front, and I'm going to mount this right here at the bottom, right on top of those banners. And the colors just want to pop off of this card. I love it. Now, I did add some metallic thread, but I want to bring in some basic jewel rhinestones. I really think it'll be fun to add some of these accents to the card just to bling it up a bit more. Where could we add some? We could add them on the candles if you wanted to, or you can add them on the banners. I'm going to add one to each end of the banner and see how that looks. Because you can never have too much bling, right? When you're making cards. Rhinestones are the jewels of your card for sure. Okay, I'm using this tool here. Is called the Take Your Pick tool, and it is my go-to when I have to handle little tiny things like this. And it just makes it easy to pick up rhinestones and pearls and all those gems that we like to put on our cards. Put one there, and I think to finish it off, I'm going to put one, actually I'll put one here and put one on the other side. There we go. There's my generic, I'm calling it generic because this could be for a girl or a guy. And depending on the colors, you could make it softer, you could make it bolder. But there's my card share for today. I hope you like it, and I hope you'll give it a try. Take care, everybody, and I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.